Hello, hello, YouTubers. This is Ellen Campbell coming to you live with Campbell's Creation. And today I'm just doing some more crumb sewing to get my blocks made that I need to finish a quilt with. Trying to let me put these in this container. I'm trying to finish a UFO I started way some time ago. Still missing some blocks. So, hello, Sandra K. How you doing today? I would have been on a little earlier, y'all, but I had to run out and check on my storage unit. I have a storage unit where I keep all my fabrics and stuff that I have to keep a check on. Because this summer, or this spring, may I say, I'm getting ready to start a community action, teaching others to quilt and sew and just wherever the good Lord leads me. So I'm taking scraps, making fabric. Sandra says, starting my cold day. I'm fine. That's good. Hi, TJ Crawlin. She said, hi, Miss Ellen. So happy you are back. Thank you. I was out for a while. I always tell y'all about the cruise I went on. When you get on them ships and be out in the ocean, you completely in a dead zone. The only way you can get service is if you apply for it. Apply for it before you get on the ship. Once you're on the ship, you have to pay more to get it. Hello, Emily. How you doing? Glad you can join me. She said, hello, Miss Ellen. How are you ready for Christmas? I'm doing pretty fair today. And no, I'm not ready for Christmas. I've been kind of in a Christmas funk, you could call it. I like Christmas. It's just, I've been kind of unmotivated. Y'all, I'm going to cut this again. And while I'm doing it, I'm just going to just make whatever kind of blocks that pops up. When you're crumbing, you get to do that. I have me a little tote. I had to switch up my crumbs a little bit. So I have different colors and get different effects. I'll put some of this on here. And I'm just going in direction. I'm just going with the flow today. Using my 1/4-inch seam allowance guide that's on my machine. And I flip my fabric over and trims it in my hand, as y'all can see. I got my bobbin threads up, y'all. I'm ready to sew for a minute. If I can stand to sit in this chair. Look at that. It don't matter what colors, just sew it on here. I'm going in for some more. I like this blue. I'm just trimming a piece and I'm leaving that salvage. I like that salvage. Just slide a piece in here. I'm really liking this salvage edge. It tells you a little bit something about the fabric. And I go backward and forward a few stitches to locking in my stitches. Sometimes I have some rough days, y'all. I do apologize for not being able to stay on target and stay on course, with my viewing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Emily said, glad to see you. I'm glad you in here too. I can see your message. Hi, JoJo. Hello, everyone. Hi, Kathy Crafts and Quilts. Good morning, Miss Ellen. Good morning, Miss Kathy. How you doing? That's the way I've been lately too, JoJo said. Yes, I've been kind of in a funk, like kind of feel like I'm out of place or something. But that's okay. Quilting mends all of that. There's some fabric I had from way back when in Mississippi. And here I am putting some pieces in a quilt. Pulling out these strings. Just add them right on in. Okay, I think I got it right. And I love locking in my seams, y'all. I like to do that for reasons. To me, it stabilized my project. And my seams won't just come out right away. So I might have to do some damage to it for it to come out. And I don't know which way I'm going with this, y'all. I'm just crumbing. This is a scrap block I received from someone that blessed me with it. Thank you. I can't wait to start with the children. I have someone coming today that I have to work with. And if I got enough crumbs up here started, I'll work with them from that. Miss Kathy says, I'm doing good, Miss Ellen. How are you? I'm doing good, Miss Kathy. What you working on today? Miss Kathy said, hello, Sandra. She's speaking to everybody, so that's good. Y'all see that YouTube have a new button? Or maybe I'm just slow seeing it, but they have a button where you can invite others to join you on your channel. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's great. That was the purpose of a lot of us getting Zoom and Restream and all of that. That would definitely help out. Now, y'all see how big this red and white piece come out? I could let that stay like that, but I'm not. I'm taking my scissors and just eyeballing it and taking off maybe half of it to get it down like this. Just to give me a pop of color. And I can take this pop of color, the piece I just cut off, and add it to the other side. Flip it around. When you crumbing, anything is possible. I went check on my granddaughter too when I went out to check on my storage unit, and She was sick yesterday and she feeling a little better today, but she's still sickly. I knew she was gonna be sick, y'all. She did her what this is she did her band recital. Went outside with no jacket on, and I'm fussing at her all the way. You're gonna be sick. Go get you a jacket. You need a jacket on. Grandma, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be fine. And now she ain't fine. Them grandbabies, we got to stay on them. Hopefully, I can get this made into a nice piece of fabric. And my thoughts on making this was to cut it out into a heart pattern. Even though we know Valentine's will be upon us before we know it. Great idea. But this going into a quilt that I am more than excited to go and finish and complete. Hope I can find my blocks. Now I need to trim this off. Can y'all see that overhang right here? What I did was the scrap I used had a little hump or curvature in it. I just went on use my 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I can go back and trim some off. Okay, checking my message, make sure I don't miss anybody. JoJo mom says, I bought the book. Oh, she talking to somebody else. Hi, June Hanson. How you doing? I'm so glad to see you live in chat. How you doing? I got so many projects open that I want to finish. So that's why I tell everybody this year for me gonna be a year of completion. I'm gonna complete some projects that I started. And excuse me, that was my alarm. I set my phone to alarm for me to check my sugar levels. So it would just remind me to go test my sugar and stuff. But the thing is, my insurance changed on me, and I haven't received my supplies for my Freestyle Libra yet. Once I receive my supplies, then yeah, it's an easy check. Do anybody else suffer from diabetes and have to prick themselves every day, or do you use something like the Freestyle Libra where you can just scan a thing implant you put in your arm, scan it, and it'll read it to you? I love mine, tell you the truth. I really do, because can you imagine have to poke yourself like 6 or 7 times a day just to stay up on your levels? Not quite long enough, so I would need to add a piece. Now, when I'm adding a piece, it don't matter. Somebody would say it do matter. I don't know. I'm not the quilt police. No, I'm not. I'm just here to show y'all how I do it. Have fun with y'all. How's y'all holidays going? Okay. I'm glad you're doing good, June. I'm going to have to trim this up, but it won't matter until I'm done. It won't matter until I'm done. Oh, no, it won't matter until I'm done. This time of the season do bring back memories though. Like I can remember when one of my grandbabies was trying to sing the song Jingle Bell. And by him being a baby, he was so cute with it, but he couldn't say Jingle Bell. He would say something like Jingles. He couldn't say T. He couldn't say the. His speech was off a little bit as a baby, but again, he was a baby. He was still developing. And he used to have the cutest song. Guys, come on, sing Jingle Bell with Grandma. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle. Just something like that. And it was just so cute to me. And I'd be like, I used to get him to just sing over and over and over. Come on, sing with Grandma. And he didn't mind. So I liked it that he didn't mind singing with Grandma. Let me check my messages again. Okay. Anybody working on anything creative? Some of my little scraps. Now, these are some little, this is a fabric I received from, it's a fat quarter I think I had received from a group I was in about 4 or 5 years ago now. We did fat quarter swaps. And my goal back then was to build up my fabric stash. Excuse me. I think I've done that, y'all. I got fabric in storage and I'm trying to use it, but the way I'm using it, y'all, I'm going to use it to teach children and others how to sew for free. So it won't be just sitting there in storage doing nothing. Sandra says, binding on a quilt. I am decorating. That's awesome, Sandra. JoJo says, working on the monkey wrench quilt now. Oh, that's amazing. Y'all know what? I need to find the pattern to the trip around the world. My mama made one of those a long time ago, but the way it's being taught to make in today's world now is way different from how my mom made it. And I would love to have that pattern. And I want to make that quilt. But I'm not going to begin on it until I can get a few of these UFOs done. Okay. And I had started hand sewing on a hectagon quilt. Trying to make, is it the grandmother flower garden? I think it is the grandmother flower garden. But I got so far into it, y'all. I decided I want to make it on the sewing machine. Hand sewing is fine, but the little tiny blocks I got, it'll take me 10 years to finish, y'all. By hand. 10 years or so. That's a lot of blocks. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm using the straighter edge, y'all. Maybe I need to flip it. Put it on this side. Only thing in Crumb, you have to, when you're doing crumbs, you have to use a straight edge on your fabric to connect two of them together. And sometimes them straight edges get curvy. Out, they get wonky because we're using scraps, y'all. But they still make beautiful, beautiful blocks and stuff. I'm using my fingernail to mash these seams down. But look what I have gotten so far. Y'all see that? This is what I have gotten so far. And to keep my edge a little straight, I'm going to go in and just trim by sight a small piece of this. Now, it ain't perfectly straight, but look at that. Got a piece of thread hanging. And I post a picture on, is it in my Facebook group, where May the 11th would be my 9th year, I'm thinking. It's 9th or 10th year being on YouTube, and I want to do something good for that anniversary. If anybody have any good suggestion, do you mind sharing? I know I'm thinking about doing something at a local park, my local park, where it could be like, I say open mic, but I don't know how you do open mic at a park. But it would be nice if I could do some type of training or features, YouTube features and stuff, while at the park, teaching others to sew and quilt, teaching children, and have my machines all ready to go so we can just go set up. Because my park here have electric at the gazebos. And the rent ain't bad on one. But I don't want to wait till a holiday and come up, and then I'd be too late. So if anybody got any ideas they can run by me, please, I open the door for you. It'll be very good if I had a way to put up a whole TV out there with a screen with different quilters and viewers, and all us could be on that live together. That would be awesome. Sandra K said, I have to leave Grandma Flower Garden. I am working on also. It takes time. Yes, it do. Jojo said, I don't know if I'll ever be able to make all the quilts I have wanted to. I know that's right, Jojo. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to finish all the ones I started and stopped, but I'm going to work on it. This year's my year to work on them, to get them done. Nice. Okay. I really like the salvage showing. Oh, thank you, Jojo. Hi, Sandy. She said, nice idea, except I'm in California. Oh, it don't matter, Sandy, whether you're in California, Barbados, Spain, Australia, it don't matter. If I can get together, we doing it all from YouTube or from Zoom or something like that. We just, come in live together. And I'm so over interested in that. I want to do it as a way of giving back, teaching the children. So when our time has gone and passed, the younger generation can pick it up and keep it going. They can keep the companies, keeping the companies going on their merchandise and buying different fabrics from all the beautiful fabric designers and creators. And I mean, you gotta start somewhere. And I think children's are a great place to start, because everybody don't want to really know what I know, but there's a child out there would love to know what I know and would love to learn what I have learned. And if we can connect like that, that'll be just more than me saying what I know. On this day, I would love to give other space and time to share what they have learned and what they have known. And I had been running it past my daughter, and she was going to get back to me, but she worked so much, y'all. I just said, Lord bless her, sweetheart. When she have to be at work, she be at work. She be on time. She don't be, oh, I'm 5 minutes late. She don't play that. And she a manager too, y'all. You got to be at work. She said you got to get up and come on. She even tell her employees, you get rolled up, you be late too many times. She said, I understand and I'm sympathetically with y'all, but y'all got to really want this job. This the first time I ever been in a town, y'all, where it appears that some people don't want to work. And I said appears because that's how it appeared to me. The homeless rate here is, I can't say real high, but they have a few homeless people, enough to have a homeless shelter. And they helps a lot of people. And some wind up back in shelters and some don't. It just varies. I think it varies like that everywhere you go, though. My concern is when I'm faced with that, child, is I be worried about the children, what they going through, what they experiencing. Because I could tell y'all some stuff about me, man. Woo-wee. How people tried to take advantage of me when I was young. How certain things happened in my life that I ain't pleased about. But I thank the Lord that I know him. I thank God for allowing me to know him. And it gets me through it. It gets me through it, y'all. So I really don't sit down and dwell on the past. I always push forward. Look what I got, y'all. See this salvage edge in the middle? That's the one I think Sandra, was it? Sandy was talking about. Sandra K says, just teaching new ones to quilt is a blessing. Thank you, Sandra. Sandy said, oh, okay, that will be great. Yes. I've got 3 grandchildren who I wanted to teach how to sew, but they have no interest in it at all. Exactly. They will definitely do that. My granddaughter started off helping me to sew, and she loved to sew. She got other things right now that has priority over it. I even gave her a sewing machine, y'all. I purchased I'm thinking it's a senior. I don't know exactly the model, but it's an older model, which is heavier in weight and stuff. It's a heavy duty that has zigzag and all that stuff on there. I gave her the machine so she can sew. I gave her the needle in the machine, the thread. I even threaded the bobbin for her. And I left her bobbin unthreaded so I can show her how to thread her own bobbin. I just left them over her house. She's down in my channel somewhere. I call her Nivea. Yeah, she's in my channel and she can sew. She sews very good. She helped me sew some blocks and stuff. She'll come over and spend a night or something with me, and one thing lead to another. If I'm sewing, Grandma, can I sew something? Oh, sure, you sure can. Especially when I'm working on a project and I need more sewing done. Yes, I would definitely let her sew. I'm folding this, y'all, to cut me a piece of this. There's some leftover from one of the a little baby quilt I made. And I have been sewing every day, y'all, to accumulate a lot of stuff. I sew a little bit every day. Oh, excuse me a minute. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Okay. I need to send a quick text, y'all. That's my nephew. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Well, I got that one done real quick. But let me catch up on my messages. Okay. Jojo says, I got 3. Okay, I read that one. You are such an inspiration to me. Oh, thank you, Jojo. Thank you. I'm glad I'm able to help somebody. That's why I chose to put my videos on YouTube. I don't know, y'all might hear me say this a lot of time. A lot of people speaks of when they leave the world, when they pass on, they gonna take all their stuff with them. And I looked at them, I begged them to differ. I said, I'm sorry, but if it ain't Jesus, I don't want to take it with me. I don't want nothing in my grave but a whole lot of me and Jesus. Everything else can stay here. I done been through enough. And that's just how I feel. I done got to the point to where when I ask for prayer, I be really needing prayer. I like inspiring and encouraging others, but sometime I be needing prayer too. Ooh, this is coming along good, y'all. Look at that. It kind of reminds you of a log cabin almost, but these are scraps. Scraps. I want to make it a little bigger because I would love to be able to cut a heart pattern out of it. I have so many pieces down in here. Little tiny pieces stuff I was using for scraps. Oh, look at that. I pull out 2. Let's add a little highlight to this block. Let's start with these bad edges. I'm guessing this is about a 1-inch cut. Ooh, I'm going crooked and everything. I just lay it aside. Well, I might as well cut a piece off of this one while I'm waiting. While I'm cutting. Some of it'll come out right. Some of it'll come out a little smaller. Some will be big. But most of all, it'll be some sizes I can use. See what I mean? I feel like somebody has gave me $1,000. These scraps just excites me. Let me check my messages. Thank you. All right. This is fun. I like to share fun stuff with others. But I couldn't think of nobody to ask, today would they like to come live with me. But I thought about it. I said, well, I started YouTube by myself. I guess I can continue. Go on, do this here. Do what I have to do. Every day I don't just get to come live. Some of my days I struggle. You might not can tell because I still smile and I still go on and sew and do what I have to do. Now let's see. What could I use? I want some more of this blue. I like this blue. Put another piece of this blue over here. And I'm lining it up. I'm going to have some edging to trim off because of the fact that this fabric is not exactly straight. And I'm going to show you here in a minute. That's what I mean. See that yellow, the gold in there has not cut exactly like it need to be. I kind of line it up with the fabric that I was working with that was a bit straighter and ran my seam with that. It's kind of hard to let you level it back up, but these little shavings here, I saved those as well because I plan to make me a mattress and I'm gonna make it for my van. So when I start doing the community action of teaching others to sew and quilt, if I get tired, I can take a break and rest. It's getting bigger. I really would like to see what it looked like with some more blue on it. I think I will. I can see when I'm doing this, I wash my fabric because the 1/4 inch seam allowance is good, but when you crumb it, you have to keep that in mind. No matter which way your fabric is bending or curving to, and once you made your seam, if you want to take your rotary cutter and go back, you can take your rotary cutter and go back. But on here, can you see that over the top right here in here? I got to trim that off. That because that part wasn't cut straight enough. But when I trim it off, it give me back my 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I just roll it forward and finger press. This is what I have. All from scraps. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set this aside and start on another one. Closely to having, this is a nice short piece. I just take my little crumbs and cut me a piece off. It's no particular measurements as long as it's 1 inch or more. And this one is exactly 1¼ inch in width. And I just take that. I'm putting my fabric under the machine. Just take that and some of this gold here. And I want the straighter side. This is so nice. I just love doing these crumbs, y'all. I know this might be my, I don't know, 4th or 5th videos or so on crumb piecing. It's just, I love them. It's my run-to. It's my thing to do. I love doing crumbs. Now, I have 2 pieces together, y'all. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half, sort of like, try to get me a even amount to cut. Now, I know I had some more laying over here waiting on me. I'd have moved it somewhere. So I cut it in half. Now I have 2 pieces. I'm looking because I know I had more over here than what I see. I'm going to put a piece of green in here. Or should I go on? I think I'm going to do it on the yellow side. I mean, when you crumb and you see it's y'all choice of fabric or what colors you want to use, what you want to put next to, you know, whatever your colors are you working with. A lot of time when we crumbing, we don't really have a lot of colors to choose from. But that's something, you know, you could think about in the process of selecting your crumb stash. I got a seam presser, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to pressing with my nails until my nails go to breaking and peeling like paper. Oh, excuse me. Let me check my messages. I have a notification popped up. Let me see. Bead pup, PUP. Crumb sewing always make me feel better. Thank you for sharing your crumb sewing today. You're welcome, Bead. Is it Bead pup? You're welcome. I'm glad to see you and welcome to my live. You might have been in here, but I think this might be my first time seeing you. I appreciate you coming. You can crumb with me anytime. Anybody have any questions, do ask. If I can answer, I answer. If I can't or don't know the answer, anybody that know the answer would be more than welcome to help out. I don't cut nobody short, and I don't think not one question is a stupid question. There I go, pressing with my finger again. That is a cute little centerpiece, y'all. What y'all think? I like that. So now let me put piece of this on here. I had been thinking about doing a little crochet, but with all the UFOs I got and all the quilting I need to get busy on, I didn't really have time to crochet. Not this holiday season. I normally start back in the summer. But I saw someone with a crochet hat set, my stepdaughter, and it is so beautiful. I really like it. So I was thinking about making me one because I love to crochet and make those sets. I should be able to do it now because when I was crocheting, y'all, I used to crochet so fast. I used to crochet like I think I could make a hat and a scarf set in one day. That's just how fast I was crocheting. And I liked it, I enjoyed it, and before I learned how to crochet, I can remember praying, saying, Lord, I want to learn how to crochet. Talking to God, about crocheting. He sent somebody to teach me how to do it. And I was so happy they didn't charge me not 1 cent. Not 1 cent. So I think one kindness deserves another, and I pass it right on for free. I can just remember my mama just sitting in the house on the sofa with her needles and thread and sewing, and she had diabetes as well, y'all, and occasionally I would have to thread the needles for her. And it got to a point to where I was regularly threading her needles, and I just said, you know what? I want to learn how to do this. Would you teach me? And she started showing me what to do. Put this together and put that together. And I kept sewing, and I took sewing at school. Excuse me. I took sewing at school and home economics, y'all. I took 2 semesters of it. And I think I went back the following year and took 2 more semesters. So I think I did learn pretty good. And my teacher, a lot of people really thought she was hard and stuff, but I loved it her. She was teaching you what you really need to know. I forget her name. I'm thinking her name was Miss Bowman. I'm thinking that was her name, but she was good. I guess a lot of people make it harder on themselves sometimes when they peg a teacher as being mean or bullying or whatever like that. I didn't. To me, she was just my teacher. She was teaching me something that I wanted to learn. And when you really want to learn, it's easier to learn it. I look up, y'all, from home economic. My mama done went bought a sewing machine. Wow. I see y'all talking about the weather. It is cold here too, y'all. It's cold. I went out to check on my storage, and it was so cold my hands started to hurt. I didn't have on any gloves. So what I did, my daughter lives not far from the unit, so I went over to her house, which she's at work and my granddaughter at home, and she's at home sick today. But if she hadn't have got sick, my granddaughter would have been at work today. Her little old self, soon as she turned old enough to get a job to work, to be legal, she went and got her a job. And I asked her, why you want to get a job now? She said, because I be wanting stuff and I want my own money so I can get what I want. I had to talk to that child. I didn't tell her to stop working because it's good for her to work for what she wants and not take from other people. I had to still instill in her, though, you working, making this job, you get to keep your own money, save half of your paycheck. Ooh, excuse me, to be mute. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I have chronic sinus, but yes, I have to tell her to save half of her paycheck, spend the other half on whatever you want, just save half. And that way, later when you finish school or something, you might want a car or something for college or whatever. You'll be prepared for that. I was teaching her don't always depend on mama and daddy to get stuff for you. You learn while you young to make preparations for your own stuff in life. I wished I had somebody to teach me, because by now I would have had my long arm. So I start where I can start at. That I know I can teach, and that I don't know, I don't even worry about it until I can learn. I'm enjoying this so much. I feel a spell coming on, y'all. I would love to just sew and sew and sew all day long. But I know I can't keep y'all here all day long with me. Y'all got things to do. But maybe one day or something we can all get together and spend a whole day with one another and talking and teaching each other about what we learn and what we know and what kind of technique you picked up. I call that's sewing right there. When you're sharing what you really love to do with others, helping someone to accomplish their dream and create beautiful artworks and quilting, it just do me a world of good. But I wished I had someone to come on with me during my anniversary that knows something about quilt shows and how to go to different links and to fill out the applications and stuff, and how to enter quilts and stuff into shows and displays for just to show them so they can be seen. I would love that, because I haven't seen a channel out here yet that produced it content about participating in quilt shows, or you have a quilt that you want to enter into a show and don't know how it go. Or I mean, I've been sewing for a long time, but come on, y'all, we know it's some new stuff out here. A lot of stuff is computerized and I don't know everything. I be asking questions, and I don't mind asking, because All it's gonna be is a yes or a no. Unless when somebody want to use some profane language and tell me the other word no, and I'm like, God bless you. It's so much happening out here, y'all. I'm still trimming up my overhangs. I left a little piece right here. Y'all might can see that little white overhang. But that's all I be trimming off. I be wanting to show y'all what I'm doing, but basically I'm starting off with something in the center, and then I'm going around and around with different pieces as I crumb. And y'all can see I have these, some strips I had cut and they came up to be miscuts. I don't throw them away. I'm using them as crumbs. They will turn out to be beautiful in something. I have used clothing to make quilts before, y'all. I can remember my mom, and she had a good friend, lived in the neighborhood, and the lady's still alive today. She started, my mama used to go over there and sew with her, and I got curious again. I started going to sit and sew. Before we know that, we made a whole backing lining for a quilt, y'all, out of scrap clothing. And I was so impressed. I was like, oh my goodness, I like this. Let's do this again. So we scheduled another date, to come sew with her. And she didn't live too far from us. She was so sweet and so nice. God bless her heart. I still love her today. It's just as hard to get around when I go home and don't have a vehicle to ride in. Y'all, I'm still praying for that bus, though. I'm still praying for that bus. And I do have a tip jar. It's a PayPal tip jar link listed in the about section of this video, where I do accept a few tips, anybody interested. It's just not, I'm not literally just begging for money. Let me let y'all know that. It's just a tip jar for someone saying, I like what you're doing. I like what you plan to do. I want to help you out on getting your school bus. Here's $5. Well, here $2. Whatever it is, y'all decide. I'm just letting y'all know the link is there for the ones that be interested in doing stuff like that. I do have some fabrics that I have cut, but I'm gonna have to go in my trunk over here and pull out my AccuQuilt. I'm sorry, I'm missing people comment. Kathy said, be right back. Okay. June said, talk to T or Tiffany. That's a good idea. I will talk to both of them. I know T might have a full schedule, but you never know until you talk to somebody and ask them. And the same thing about Tiffany as well. They have large channels where I know they do a lot of work from their channels. And they both are beautiful people. Very beautiful. I will check into that. Because I know T used to teach some classes herself. And that's an awesome idea. I wonder how many blocks of these can I get done. This here just simple, not wide enough. So I'm going to cut it right across here where it will at least give me an inch. Get some of the threads out the way, and this gold or yellow gonna pop on this block. It's different fabric, but it's almost the same color. This is awesome. This remind me when I started some years back, y'all. I have some blocks that I was gonna put into something that I got from Tiffany Quilting Life. And when I got them, her channel wasn't big at the time, but she signed each block for me. And I think that is something beautiful to have. I've been holding on to them and keeping them, trying to figure out what I'm going to put them in, how I'm going to use them and stuff. I mean, it's pieces like that that says, wow. Now, I know somebody that had a real YouTube channel. That's when we was enjoying watching different channels together. And I think Tiffany was doing the insomnia quilting, where I would be up watching her insomnia when I probably should have been asleep. I would be so tired. But I really like watching their shows and stuff. But lately it's been like a strain on me to try to keep up. I guess because my body is changing and it's just a scuffle to try to keep up, because I went to my doctor, Friday, and now I learned that I have lost some function in my kidney, but I'm working on trying to get that back by the way I eat. I don't know if it'll ever come back, but I don't want any more declining. And I'm working hard, y'all, trying to keep from destroying my kidneys. I mean, I can drink water, bottle after bottle, but realizing that's not good either. That's not good. And I'm out of thread in my bobbin, but that's okay. I have about 10 more over here threaded up. Let me see. Go ahead and get this, bobbin out. Okay, got a clean bobbin here, y'all. So I have a little tray over here full of bobbins. I always pull my tail thread out to the right side and enter it in like that, and then I just fold it over. Okay, before I can go on, I need my little jar. This is my length brush. So I just run it around in here a little bit, y'all, to make sure I try to keep my machine clean. But depending on how much sewing you're doing, you'll see what I'm talking about. Look at that. I got a little length out of here. And when I really needs to go over behind this bobbin casing, I turn this machine upside down and go through the little compartment at the bottom, release all loose threads and just clean it out real good. And when it get to a point to where I'm thinking I'm not cleaning it good enough, I take it out to the shop. And I have a few I need to take out to the shop because I just was blessed with them. And I have never sold on them or anything. It's just, let me go under this feed dog here a little bit. It's just I want them cleaned out, serviced up, and all getting ready for this anniversary of mine. So once I go to this park and set up, if I have maybe 10 sewing machines, I'll be doing good. And I will be planning to have each and every one plugged up because we have power at our park. And the only thing I got to figure out before then now is my internet connection. I have a power bank that it'll help some. I've been dreaming about the Jackery 2000. Y'all just don't know how long I've been dreaming about stuff. The bus, the Jackery 2000. Oh my goodness. When I get that bus, y'all, it's going to be on and popping. It's going to be a studio on the road. I'm going to be driving and teaching people. And then I had the pleasure on my return home, I had the pleasure of come back through Paducah, Kentucky. That's my dream spot, y'all. I've been wanting to go to Paducah, Kentucky for the longest. And then my bus route came right back through there. And I'm like, where are we? That sign said, is that right? The lady next to me said, yes, we're in Paducah, Kentucky. And I was like, let me take some pictures. It looked like a little old country town, the section I was in, but I was happy to be there. I mean, I have seen and experienced a few towns and cities now, it just make me happy that my life is the way it is. And it makes me happy that I'm not, I don't know what you say, I'm not bragging. I don't have anything to brag about. But the little blessings that I do get, I thank God for them. Let me check my comments. I'm sorry. I'm sitting up here running my mouth. Kathy says, I'm sorry, Miss Ellen. I gotta run. Phone call is taking longer than I thought. Have a great day, everyone. You too, Kathy. I'm glad you was able to drop in and say hello. Thank you for coming and stopping by. That's another thing. When you're sewing and talking to and running your mouth, your comments will get away from you. So if I miss somebody's comment, I apologize. I'm sorry. Just re-enter your question or statement that you wanted me to see and read. And when the screen go to jumping, I try to pay attention. Trying to get this edge a little bit straighter, y'all. Got some blue over there and put some blue right here to highlight this gold on this side. Oops. My thread broke. I guess I was a little bit heavy foot. I want to try to go and get through with some of these UFOs I got stacked up, y'all, so I can move on to quilting on my cutie frame. And I just been looking at my quilt tops I have, y'all, trying to come up with a design and stuff. And my key is, I know now that I really don't want big designs. And the machine that I will be using this Juki here to quilt with can It's sufficient enough to make the little patterns and designs that I like and I want. So, in saying that, it just go to show you, you don't have to have a long arm quilting machine and a frame to get the quilting that you desire and want. You just need the skills and the practice to get you where you need to be. And when I say that, that just means the muscle memory. Because I have been trying and practicing and doing different styles and different designs. And some look okay and some don't. But I let everybody know I did it from a domestic sewing machine. I'm trying. I'm not giving up. Ooh. This feels so good to my finger, y'all. Pressing this seam open with my finger. It feels good. Now look at that. This is what I have. I'm just going to keep adding to it. Put some more of this green. Do I want green? I got some pink somewhere. No, not enough pink. Okay. Let me look in my bucket over here. Is that long enough? Whoa. Now that is a wonky cut. I don't see no way how I can make that work. I got some more cuts laying over here. All of them cut kind of funny. Look at that. Should be long enough though for a straight piece. Oh yes, worked perfectly. Anybody like my channel or the information I'm sharing? Do like my channel. Mash the like button, please. If you really like it, go on, consider subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate that. That's a good way to show support. And it'll show me as well that I need to do more of what I'm producing. I probably don't come live often enough that y'all would like, but having that support with the likes and the subscribing, if the subscriber numbers goes up, then when you see something good is going on, I try to do better. Even when I'm sick, y'all. Even when I'm sick, I strive to do what have to be done. Till if I'm just so, sick till I just can't do it, then a lot of time I like to let y'all know. Oh, this is pretty. Not long enough. Okay, I'm finna cut me some of this. Okay. I laid some of my scraps back here. Something about this fabric here, y'all. Can y'all see that? Something about this fabric I just love. I really love this fabric. And the thing for that, I started sewing with it when I was in Mississippi, when I started back doing a lot of quilting and stuff. I just can't seem to do without this kind of fabric. The colors in it speak to me. And cutting these little jagged edge off, y'all. I got to have I'm going to save this, but I want a piece big enough to make a round or two, probably not all on this one, but another block. I don't think it's big enough for a fat quarter, but it sure is some pretty fabric. Now I get me about 1.5 inches cut here. Did I tell y'all the story about when I was in school taking up all these sewing classes? This is something y'all didn't know about me. I could not read a ruler. Measurements, I could not read it. I struggled with that. I couldn't do it. And the more I practiced and studied and tried to learn at that time, it just wouldn't let me suck it in. And let me see, just a minute. So we like crumbs. Hello, how you doing? She said, hi, Miss Ella, miss you. I'm glad to be back. So we like crumbs. June said, okay, Miss Ellen, gotta get some lunch and keep moving today. Thank you. I gotta do it too, June. You be safe. Stay blessed. Yes, my thing was, much as I love sewing and wanted to do it and wanted to learn more, I struggled to read a ruler. I struggled. And in that struggle, I didn't give up. I still have some issues now with the smaller numbers, like the 1/8 and the 1. I can remember the 5/8. Maybe be the 1/16 or something like that. When you go down into the small numbers, I still really struggle in the small numbers. But it ain't anything I'm ashamed of because I can learn. I can learn how to read those numbers. It would take some time and practicing and studying for me because I learn and study and read and stuff a little different. I study and learn a whole lot different from most. I had problems in school learning growing up, but I was aware of my own problem and I knew how to fix it. And I don't know if I did fix it, but that's what I call it, fix it. Because it taught me that I have to study more than the normal child. I had to read and read it 10 more times before I get it. My comprehension was way off. And I'm not going to say it don't be on target all the time now. But this is a little something, I know about me that I'm sharing with y'all. And I love what I do so much till whatever issue I'm going through at the moment in time, when I'm sewing and doing this, it helped me to see my way through it. I do not hold on to grudges or hate or mishaps or misunderstanding. I don't hold on to that. I can't hold on to it. I have to let it go. And I tell y'all, I'm not perfect. I know I make mistakes. That's why I pray and repent every day. I really do. I even started to fast through things because fasting helped too. And Jesus told us in his own words, fast and pray, fast and pray. I think our Creator is so wonderful. He gave us the tools we were going to need to survive on this world, this planet. He gave us those tools. It's up to us to decide whether we're going to use them or believe them or not. So I believe and I try to use my tools. The back issues and stuff I was having, y'all heard me say I came home on a bus, right? Let me tell y'all what I did. I was sitting up praying, talking to God, like, Lord, I got to ride the bus, catch the bus back home. So I just caught the bus in Memphis, y'all, from Tennessee to back to Indiana. And I said, Lord, this going to be in the daytime. This might be one painful ride for me. And the Lord said, if you in my words, do what I say in my words. And I was like, he said, I tell my people to girdle up their loins. When your back is hurting, bind yourself up. And I thought about it. I said, oh, yeah, you did. You know, I said, I thank you, Lord, for bringing that back to my memory. And I asked my sister and them, I said, y'all got any duct tape? And she said, duct tape? What we going to do with duct tape? And then her husband went and got 2 or 3 rolls of duct tape he had. And I said, I just need something to bind up my stomach, my hips, and my back with it. Y'all, I laid down, and after I got my shower and bath, I laid back on that bed and I bind up my hips up to my lower back. I taped them up nice and good with that duct tape. And I'm going to tell y'all that duct tape is not going to break. It's not going to move. I mean, if you need to bind yourself all the way up to under your rib cage, it'll go up just that far. And it's going to hold you. It'll hold you better than a girdle will. And my bus ride home was the best bus ride I had in my whole life, y'all. The best one I had in my whole life. I was so happy. I'm like, I done made it home. And I'm just in minimum amount of pain. I was so happy and thanking God. I'm like, God's word is true. It is true, y'all. We just got to learn to pray and ask for how it's supposed to be interpreted, and the Holy Spirit will help you out. Who is this? Hop to it. Hi, Hop to it. Hello, Miss Ellen and all. Nice to catch you on a live. Thank you for coming in, Hop to it. Enjoy your stay and welcome. Hi, Mona did what? Hello, how you doing, Mona? Mona did what? I'm so glad y'all can join me on today. I am crumbing, y'all. This is the second crumb block, I guess. I'm going to keep making them. If I can do about 4 of those in that size, now I done lost my other piece. I think that's what happened the last time. This looks like a piece over here. Okay. But yes, I'm so happy, y'all. I get to experience a few things, and many don't get to experience a whole lot, and some get to experience everything. But I just thank God he thought enough of me to bless me, to experience a few things so I can share with others. I thank him for blessing me to know that children, are coming up. Some love to sew. I have children that I helped when I realize they sewing or they're in quilting. And if I have the things and stuff ready at that time, I make them a little sewing kit. I cut it up into the squares. I do the 2.5-inch blocks. I cut them up. I try to make them enough to do a large quilt, and then I'll mail it to them. or I mailed it to someone in the family that is old enough to get it for them and give it to them. That way they won't feel like, well, I'm giving my baby information out. No. And that's what I do. Over the years now, I know I have collected a lot of fabric. I even have gave a lot of quilts away. A lot of quilts, y'all. I done gave a lot of quilts away. But just so happened the ones I gave away, I didn't have a label on them. Some of them I might have written the label on them with a permanent marker or a fabric permanent marker. And it does me good. It does me good just to be able to help somebody. And I was mentioning about the homeless here earlier. I have a friend that was doing a giveaway for blankets and stuff for the homeless. But I didn't get a chance to get in on that because I was gone on the cruise. And I would love to be able to do something and go back and help her, saying this is something I want to donate to your cause for blessing the homeless and the needy, with something they can use to make it through the winter. Because I'm going to tell y'all, these streets up here is brutal. It be so cold out there. I be, Lord bless they sweetheart. I don't see how they do it. I'm from the South, but y'all, when it get cold up here, I'll be ready to go back to the South. And I forgot to tell y'all, I had another test done, y'all, and it showed that I don't have gout anymore. And I'm like, how is that possible? I don't have gout. I'm thanking God. I ain't finna ask no question, though. I'm glad I ain't got that gout. That gout is something else, y'all. Maybe I only test positive on a flare up or something, but I'm claiming healing. Healing in Jesus' name. Because I know the work and stuff I done been through. I have done work, I ain't gonna throw that in there, where I used to have to go to the woods with my brother, and he'll chainsaw a couple trees down. And while he cutting the trees down, and when he started to cut those into logs, I was the one with the axe out there busting the wood. Had to, because my mama and my father, they was up in the age. They couldn't do what they used to do. And it was time for them to sit down, y'all. I just thank God he was blessed us to be there, My mama and daddy could have aborted us some kind of way, but they didn't. They choose to have their children. And I just thank God for that, because the things I learned back then may come to fruition someday, where I might have to use those skills to survive. Hunting. I didn't do hunting, but I have went bird hunting. That was back in the day when people used to hunt blackbirds and shoot blackbirds down and clean them and cook them and eat them. And yes, I did say clean them and cook them and eat them. It was just something. My father was older. He was up in the age, and he believed in hunting. He used, like, every year for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, they had to cook them a coon. And Some people used to ask me, do I eat coon? No, I don't eat coon. But just because I don't eat it, I'm not going to stop somebody else from eating it that like to eat it. And I used to have a thing. I used to tell my husband, I said, oh, you eating a rat. It's kind of funny to me now, y'all. But I was messing with him, teasing with him. He understood it. He said, no, this ain't no rat. The name just raccoon with the R-A-C, not a R-A-T. But you know, living that kind of life, I done learned a lot from my parents. I know how to smoke meat. I know how to cook wild meat. I have even helped my parents in when they kill hog and stuff, how they have to cut up the meat, grind the meat. Oh, I can remember being up on my feet from the time I get home off the bus, which was around 4 o'clock, to about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, just standing up, grinding meat. Those days. And I still know how to smoke meat. And a lot of deer meat is good. And I'm sorry if anybody out there is vegetarian, but it's a way you have to cook your meat, your wild meat, to get the wild taste out of it. And the best way to do it is to smoke it out. Look what I got, y'all. On number 3, let me check my messages. Very pretty sofa. Thank you, June. Hop to it. Okay, I read yours and Mona did what? Okay, I'm still at the same spot. Let me put some blue on here. I'm just going round in circles. Small blocks, big blocks. But something about the smaller blocks I like the best. But I will put some big ones in here from time to time. All righty. Okay. What I be trimming, you see that blue overhang right here? I have to line that up. These little crumbs go straight in my catch bag. Okay. I don't know how long I've been on with y'all already, but I still have to get this done. So if y'all ain't too busy, I thank y'all for, being here with me, joining me in this process. I got to make sure I line this up, though, to the end. I know the quilt, it's a quilt show coming up in February. I'm not quite sure which one it is. It's in Virginia somewhere, Frederick something, Virginia. I would love to show up and be at that quilt show. When you go into them quilt shows, it's like you in your own little world. You are where you want to be. You somewhere that makes you happy. And I figured that out just by going to a quilt show here where I live. And where I'm from, I was thinking about getting involved with back home, Jackson, Mississippi. And I don't mind because I know I can go to Jackson. I can go to Mississippi and be there within a couple of hours. That would be something I would love to do. All the free classes and stuff and talks, especially if it's something in a range I'm interested in. I would love to show up. And that's another thing. That bus would be great for that. Traveling, going to shows, listen to different lectures and stuff, and being able to collect what I've learned, put it in documentary for my filing cabinets. I mean, you can't really learn too much. There's so many different styles of quilting, so many different techniques of quilting. And the same thing for stitches and seams, excuse me. So many seams out there. Just realized I can add some blue on here and I have blue laying like that. I try to line my fabric up, make sure I have a straight edge. Ooh. I have a list of people that I know personally that I have that want to learn how to sew and quilt like this. And whenever they're ready, I'll be ready too. These are some of the best scissors, y'all. I forgot how I got them or who sent them, but thank you to whoever sent them. These are some of the best scissors. I've been using them all year long. And the little snips. I haven't been really using these much lately when my fingers and stuff swell, because I stick my finger in there and hold it like this, and then sometimes I can't get my finger out. So I just love these little scissors. I found a campground not too far from where I live too, y'all. I can't wait to go camping. And the thing is, I can go camping in my van. How y'all like that? I did the top angles, that color, and the bottom ones in the blue. And it's still out of scraps. Okay, let's see. Put some more gold on here. This gold gonna bring out this yellowing in the blue, this blue floor print. And sewing, I try my best. to continue to look for my 1/4 inch line. Let's see. Jojo said, I would try to use my scraps because you make them so fast. Oh, that's super good, Jojo. Have you found a bus yet? No. Jojo said, have you found a bus? No, I have not. Not yet. I'm going to continue to look, though. I've been seeing a lot of city buses, for sale and stuff. But the city bus ain't where my heart lies. It's just not. I want the long, flat nose front, back pusher. And I'm praying that it'll be at least a 7.3 diesel engine or a good Mercedes engine or a good, what that other engine is. I'm not sure if they run off of Caterpillar engines or what, but yeah. If it was Caterpillar, I probably would work with that too, because the town I live in has a cat company. Big, huge company. And the only thing else I would change from other than a school bus is a semi truck. But the semi truck got to be able to carry the semi trailer for reconverting into a tiny home on wheels. But then you have to think also where you're going to park a big semi truck, where you're going to like that. And I have some notification popped up, y'all, just moving them. Okay. Jojo said, very nice. Thank you. I'm trying to finish up at least this block here. And that way I won't have to hold y'all much longer. I do appreciate the company. I really do. Okay, here's some good stuff. I have one elderly lady left from where I used to live in Mississippi. So when I go home, I visit her. But this time I didn't get to visit her, go check on her. And I pray God give me the chance to go back to see her. I mean, it's just certain people's in your life or just touch your life just a little bit, Just say, I care, They stick with me forever. I mean, my mind just holds on to them, remember them, cares for them. Oh, that's so cute. Let's see. I'm going to put some more on this side. I'm going to have to finish the last one up later. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go so I can get a chance to call and check on my granddaughter and make sure they're all right. Then I got to check on my sisters. I have 2 sisters, y'all, still living. And I have 2 sisters deceased. And for me, those are some of the big things that happened in my life that really kind of shakes you a little bit. And that was losing my sisters, my family, you know. I mean, losing my mother and father is upsetting too. But to me, it goes to a whole new different level when you lose a sibling. It's just a whole new different level. It's just like losing your spouse and all of that, you know. It's something you have to get through. I did another one, y'all. I like these angles, color angles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure them up. I have 3, and I'm gonna put them in a uh what you call it, a stripped center with the 4 blocks. And I have a few more other blocks I have to do like that too. And hopefully I get enough done where I can complete a quilt top and I can show y'all a picture of it or something in the coming few days. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I thank y'all for coming. Hi, Eva. How you doing? She said, hello, Miss Ellen and everyone. How is everything doing? Everything is doing fine. I'm glad you was able to catch us live before I end it. But this is the end of this video. I've been making scrap crummy blocks. Let me show y'all what I have. I have this one, and this one. And now I have this, sort of like piano keys from Scraps and Crumbs. I just set stuff on top of it, didn't it? Put it back on my crumb box. I even have this one, which is a big one. This is one I had before from what I was working on. Fold that. Then I have this one here with a signature on the label or on the salvage edge of some fabric that I just centered and framed it out. I have that. And then I have a YouTube label of my own channel that I printed out and I framed it out. Well, I printed out and I fixed it to go onto this scrap section here. And I have one more. And y'all might have saw this one on Facebook, my little pretty lady here. You probably can't really tell it's a lady until you see the face, because the hair got a whole lot going on. It's a busy piece. And these are the pieces I have right now. I can add some more to this one. And this one is big. And I have these that I'm going to eventually put them into a block. But it will be one scrappy block. And these I just was working on today. So let me see. Hi, So Very Terry. How you doing? She said, beautiful blocks. I love what you do with your crumbs. Go take care of your sister. I know the pain of losing siblings. Yes. Hi, Maria. How you doing? Hi from Chile. How you doing? So glad you could join us. Love the blocks, especially the ladies. The lady. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Love your t-shirt. Oh, I forgot about this was on this t-shirt, but this is one of my favorite scriptures, John 3:16. How God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Whosoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Yes, that is a major scripture to learn and to remember. Thank y'all for watching. This is the end of my video here. Maybe y'all can catch me again another time. She said my favorite is Galatians 6 and 9. I will look that up. Thank you for sharing with me, Terry. So very, Terry, yes. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank y'all for coming. Be blessed. Remember to give me the like, the thumbs up, share my video, and do comment. I love to hear from each and every one of y'all. Be blessed. I left my email in the bottom of the description of this video, so if y'all have any questions afterward, you can definitely email me. Do have a blessed day. Bye now. Hi, L Chime. Stay blessed. Goodbye. See y'all later.